Well, let's take a look at problem number 16. This is graphing. Graph the solution set of an inequality in two variables. First we'll look at it by hand, and then we'll, there it is, and then we'll do it on the calculator. So graphing a linear inequality in two variables. Our first step is to solve for y, if it isn't already in that form. Slope-intercept form is the best way to work with these, in my opinion. Step 2, pretend the inequality symbol is an equals, and graph with the following stipulation. If you got less than or greater than, then use a dotted line. If you have a less than or equal to or greater than or equal to, you're going to use a solid line. And make those. Okay. Then 3, pick a test case, a point, and plug it into your inequality. Now, if it's true, then you shade decide where the test case falls. Shade decide where the test case falls. If it comes up with false, then you shade the other side. So let's use these steps to work this problem. Negative y. This is number 16. Negative y is greater than or equal to x minus 6. Well, we want to get y by itself, so we're going to divide both sides by negative 1. And negative divided by negative is positive. X divided by negative 1 gives us a negative x. And negative 6 divided by negative 1 gives us a positive 6. Now, since we divided everything by a negative, we're going to flip our greater than or equal to a less than or equal to. That's our first step. Now, second step is to pretend that the less than or equal to is an equal to, and graph it. So we're going to graph y is equal to negative x plus 6. This is step 2. Specifically, though, if you got a less than or equal to, that means you're going to use a solid line when you're graphing this. And a nice part about slope-intercept form is your number at the end is your y-intercept, which is at 6. 4, 5, 6. I'll put a dot there. Our slope is the number that's before the x, which in this case is a negative 1. And we'll write it in fraction form, so we'll put it as negative 1 over 1. You can always create a fraction by putting it over 1 if it isn't already in fraction form. That's m equals there. Now this is a change in y over change in x. So change in y means I go down 1, and change in x means I go right 1. So down 1, right 1, and we put our second point. Now we already said it's going to be a solid line. So look like that. Now we want to pick a test case, and I'm going to pick 0, 0. It's any point. You don't have to pick the origin. Origin is a really nice one, easy to work with though. But you can pick any point. You can pick negative 2, 3. You can pick 20, 10. Now notice when I pick 0, 0, it falls on this side of the line. So let's plug it into our inequality. And I'll probably do the one right here, since it's already solved for y. So I'll put 0 in for y. Less than or equal to negative 0 plus 6. And this is more of a question mark at this point. We're wondering if that's true. Negative 0, 0, that drops away, so we get 0 is less than or equal to 6, which is true. 0 is less than 6. So if I come over here to my steps, I said if it's true, shade decide where the test case falls. So since we came up with something that was true, then I'm going to shade the side where the test case falls, this side. Now if this had been false, like I'd come up with 7 is less than 6, then I would have shaded the other side. Well, let's look at this on the calculator. Now the solid and dotted line is still the same. Less than or equal to, greater than or equal to is solid. Less than or greater than is your dotted line. We have something additional. If you have a less than or less than or equal to, then you want a lower left-hand triangle. If we have a greater than or greater than or equal to, you want an upper right-hand triangle. This particular problem, I'm going to graph this right here where you get y by itself. That's the only way you can put anything in calculators if you get y by itself. It's a less than or equal to, which means we want a lower left-hand triangle. Well, let's see what in the world that means. I'll go over my calculator. Okay, I'm going to press y equals. I'll press clear. It looks like I just did this one. Negative x plus 6. So I do negative x plus 6. And notice where our cursor is. It's after the 6. If I do the left arrow key, and there's no specific times you need to do this. You just need to keep doing it until your flashing cursor is on a slash in the very first position. Now once you get it there, you press enter one time, becomes a thick slash. You press it one more time, becomes an upper right-hand triangle. Well, for this particular problem, we said we wanted, what do we want? A lower left-hand triangle. So if I press enter one more time, it'll change to a lower left-hand triangle. And then if we graph, that'll give us the same answer. Now the only thing it doesn't give you is whether the line that separates the shaded region from the non-shaded region is a solid or dotted. So that's why you have to do that part by hand. And let's see which one this matches. Not that one. Might be B. See if any other even looks close. Not that one. Not that one. So it is B. And that's our answer.